Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So, last night was semi-final 2 of Festivali Kenges. I caught up with that today. Wasn't as good as the first one. There were moments that were quite, challenging. But nonetheless, there were some good songs in there, I thought. But ultimately, what we now have is we had 26 songs. We've now got 20. So 20 songs will compete tomorrow in the final. So tonight, they're having that kind of traditional third night where they duet and stuff, which probably isn't going to add much to the kind of perception of songs, I don't think. But nonetheless, what I did today is I did my absolute best. Tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, I'm flying back to the UK for Christmas, so I'm really not going to have much time to do this video because I really wanted to, as I always do, spend a lot of time listening to all the songs, so my personal ranking is as objective as possible. I think I've listened to all of these songs 3 times, and based on that, I now have a top 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch a recap video, and if a song in the recap video features in my top 10, I will pause it and I'll tell you where it features in my top 10 and why. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, cool. So I caught up with this one yesterday. 1 or 2 people told me to check it out. I've stopped it because it is in my top 10. It is in 9th place. Luckily, the studio version of this is now up on YouTube, on her YouTube channel. Check it out. So obviously with upbeat numbers and that have more of a contemporary production, can feel limited with the live orchestra. So actually when you go away and listen to the studio version, please do. It is much better. And actually, I thought her live performance was great. I think her vocals were great. Her energy was great. This is my 9th favourite of all the 26 songs we've heard. I know a lot of people like this song. I can't doubt the fact that she's talented. The song is good. It's just not in my top 10. I think it was about 12 or 13. Yeah. This song is okay. I think it was 16 or 17. How do they work this out? So my understanding is newcomers were the ones that got cut, right? So from all the newcomers, they had to eliminate 6 songs. How was this eliminated? Like, this guy is super talented. I'm a sucker for Balkan ballads. When I did my summer trip around Europe, when I was through Croatia, Montenegro, I did a few videos on my YouTube channel, particularly about Croatia, and when I ranked all Croatian songs, and I was saying how much I love a Balkan ballad. I think this song is really, really good. I liked it on instant listen. For me, this is number 5. This is number 5 in my personal top 10, which is almost futile and irrelevant because the song's been knocked out. This one's a good one. I don't understand how this has been knocked out. Gonna make it stop, na 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 na. Na 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 na. So if you are a subscriber to my channel, you'll know that I've already reacted to this song. I reacted to both this song and Albina and Family, because those were the 2 songs everyone was talking about after semi-final 1. Now, I'm going to admit, out of all of the songs, okay, my top 3 were really, really difficult. I've stopped it because it's in my top 10. The top 3 were really, really challenging. I was flipping and floating between my top 3. But I had to go with the song that stays in my head. And for me, it's this one. So for me, Fifi has my number 1. I think this song is so good. Again, a bit like what I was saying about Enxhi. I think you say Enxhi, who's my number 9. There is a studio version on YouTube, on Fifi's YouTube channel. Please go away and listen to it. Because you've got to remember, at Festivali Kenges, there is the song festival winner and the winner to go to Eurovision. people in Albania, please feel free to vote whichever way you want. Please check out the studio version of this song, what will be heard, because obviously you can't have live orchestra at Eurovision. There is so much potential in this song, I cannot stress enough. The chorus needs work. There needs to be more production in the chorus. It's giving me this kind of strange reggae vibe. I really love the verses. I like the melody in the chorus. Can you hear it stop? Can you hear it stop? Na 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 na. Na 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 na. I've got the melody in my head. It's a great melody. Two things. I was saying the production of the chorus needs kind of making more fuller, more of an impact. Someone told me, or I did read somewhere, the song was about bullying, about experience of bullying. I don't know to what extent that's true. So the English parts of the song make sense. I also would prefer it if it was 100% in Albanian. I think when it switches to the English in the chorus as an English native speaker, I'm not sure whether I'm convinced. I would prefer it 100% in Albanian. But for me, this is the song that's in my head. For me, this is my favourite song. For me, I think this has the biggest potential for Albania to get out of the semi-finals. Remember, there is no juries in the semi-finals at Eurovision now. So you are relying on televote alone. And you've got to remember Montenegro, Bulgaria, North Macedonia, countries in the Balkans, they're not there. And some of those countries have like Albanian minorities as well that will pick up the phone. They're not going to be at Eurovision. So you have to think of a pan-European appeal song. And for me, this is probably the only one. My top three, I'll talk about my other two and why I think you should consider them as well. But for me, this is my number one. Na, 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 na. This wasn't bad. It started off and I was like, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. It's a pleasant rock song. There's nothing really wrong with it. It's just not in my top 10. Yeah, has impact. It's dramatic. You don't forget it. I think it was in my top 10 for a while, and then I had another go at listening to all the semi-2 songs, so I was a bit underwhelmed, and it got knocked out, so it's not in my top 10. Sara has already been knocked out, hasn't she? She's not going to be in the final tomorrow. It's okay. It's not in my top 10. In fact, I've forgotten the melody of this one. Okay, so there's a lot of love for this artist. She's done Festivali and Kenges before. She's super talented. Her voice is great. Again, when you listen to all 26, it just didn't quite make it in my top 10. It didn't have as much of an impact. Right, Albina. Okay, so if we take the songs that we've seen on stage, this song, I think Fifi's song is raw, but I think a lot of things can be done with that song to elevate it a million times-fold. This song is already in a good stage. I just can't sing along with the verses. I think the chorus is great. The music into it is great. Her performance is amazing. I'm digging the theme of the song about, you know, conflict in a family and working on that, and like it's really important to fight for family love. Don't just kind of give up on minor conflicts and stuff. Love that message, and as a result of that, she's brought into her she's brought in her family into the kind of her performance. I do think that we need to consider and remind ourselves there is no jury at Eurovision. And moreover, a lot of Balkan countries, I say a lot of, I mentioned them before, Bulgaria, North Macedonia and Montenegro aren't going to be at Eurovision 2023. I think this would be a harder sell. I think it would be a harder sell to get out of the semi-finals. But it's not to take away from what I think is a fantastic song. This is my number 3. Because ultimately, I can't take away from the fact that already where this song is at, it is good. And I do really, really like it. If any of my top 3 win, I will be really, really happy. I will be really, really happy. But ultimately, if I go on melody alone and connection with my ears, this is the one that after 3 listens, I still can't really remember the verses. The chorus, yes, and the build at the end. The last third of the song, the last minute is brilliant. Yeah. But ultimately, that can be tweaked, that can be reworked if it wins. It's a great effort. It's a great effort. I think I'm just justifying why it's not first or second for me. But it's a brilliant effort. And testament to the fact that I think Festivali Kenges 61 this year is actually quite good. Yeah. It's not in my top 10. I like the outfit, though. I like that shade of suit. Again, not in my top 10. But I don't really remember how it goes. I can't obviously sing because I don't know Albanian, but I can't sing anyway. Love this song. I know some people say like it's really like old or aged. It doesn't sound contemporary. I don't care. I'm digging it. I know some people say that her outfit, some people question. Doesn't bother me. I really like this song. This is on instant listen on my first listen. I knew I was like, this can be my top 5. This is the sort of music that I love. That kind of throwback, kind of, you know, late 80s, early 90s, female ballad. What does that even mean? This is my number 4. If this wins, I don't think it will. And if it does win, I don't know how well it would do at Eurovision. But I'd be quite happy with this winning. I actually quite like this song. So this girl's 16, right? Like, note perfect. Unfortunately, the song isn't in my top 10. Because again, a bit of Festivali and Këngës is just a lot of slow songs. Some of them just gel into each other. Right, so this song's out already. It was one of my least favourites. That's where they got it right with this one. She's out as well, isn't she? Which is a shame because she's evidently very talented. She's got a great vocal, but the song is a bit, well, forgettable, let's be honest. Aesthetically, when he came on stage, I'm like, this is going to be cool. But in my opinion, it was anything but cool. I didn't really get it. I've had 3 goes at the song, I still don't get it. Yeah, as you can imagine, when I was saying to you earlier, semi-final 2 was tough. I think it picked up, but this was just another song that just was like, okay, it's not in my top 10. This song confuses me because there's something about this song that is gold. And I really think if someone works with this song and the staging of this song, this could be something quite special. I don't think anyone's talking about it, so as a result of that, I don't think it is a potential winner of Festivali Këngës. But for me, I've got this in at number 6, only because there is something quite captivating about the song, and I can see so much potential. It's not quite there at all in regards to the production, but moreover, how it's being staged and the moment that they're trying to create. There seems to be a lost potential here. There's something about this song. Mark my words. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity for this song to do anything else. There's something about this song. So for me, it's number 6. So she's singing a song about her daughter, isn't she? So she lives in Italy, where I live. Now, it didn't go unnoticed that on Twitter this morning, this was the song that everyone was talking about. The fact that the vocals were insane. Yeah, you can't deny that. I've seen it 3 times. She's vocally on point. It is powerful. Even on first listen, I did know that she was in Italy before I listened to the song. But as soon as I listened to the song, I was like, this is San Remo, Italy's music festival. She is the one that participated in San Remo before, isn't it? And that's why I'm not a huge fan of San Remo for songs like this. It is very Italian, actually, the sound of this song. I completely understand the hype of this song. I can see on YouTube in regards to view counts, this has one of the highest view counts, just behind Albina and Fifi. I'm not sold with the song. But that doesn't mean that I don't think it might be quite a wise choice to send it. But just remember, there's no juries. And I think for Albania, before you start thinking about top 10 in the finals, start thinking about, can you get out of the semis? This is a potential song where you could send it and you could hope that the juries would start throwing you some points. You're not going to have that. And I don't know if just with an amazing live vocal, whether that's enough for someone to pick up the phone. I'm trying not to discredit this song too much. It's just, for me, it's the 7th song I connected with 6 more. But it's definitely a solid package. I was expecting more of this. I mean, it's okay, but it's not in my top 10. There's a lot of slow, just meh songs, which I'm quite used to at Festivali and Kenges, I'm not going to lie. Right, this is actually quite good. This is in my top 10, just made it in 10th. This is a power ballad. I love a power ballad. I think she sings it really, really well. There's parts of this song that actually I think are very, very good in regards to the melody. There are parts of the song that there is a melody which is quite catchy. And as a result of that, when the song finishes, I can then hum along to parts of the song. I think this is quite a good effort. That bit. I really want to hear the studio version of this. Again, it's an upbeat song that is obviously part of a music festival that just has an orchestra to display the backing music, which I think does limit it. Where have I put this? Number 8. I think it's really, really fun. And I did see on Twitter this morning, people were talking about this one as well, because it was just fun. But I can imagine, up until this point in semi-final 2, I can imagine a bit of fatigue, a bit of tiredness. So when this song comes on, I can see why people are like, yes! This is good. I quite like it. I think we could go as far as say this is a guilty pleasure. But I really want to hear the studio version. I couldn't find it earlier on YouTube. I don't know whether it exists, which is a shame, because I think there is potential in the song which I would absolutely love. Yeah, so then we got 2 rock bands, haven't we? I preferred the other rock song to this one. Although this feels more polished, I think the other one's better. Honourable mention. I was umming and ahhing between this and Evie. It's just this chorus. Da 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 do. It's just lazy. Just add some words in there. But actually, it's quite a pleasant song. Like, it does feel like a kind of summery, beachy, vibey song. This was close to being my top 10. I was like, do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I like it? Yes, I do like it. On the third one, I was like, Shane, you can't forgive that chorus. Da 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 do. Da da da. So you would have worked out that this is my number 2. Thank God for this song, because semi-final 2 was not the best experience for me trying to catch up with that today. This is a great song. Question mark. This song is not too dissimilar from Amber's Warrior from Malta. That did not qualify. And we know Malta struggles to qualify anyway. I would be worried sending this song to Eurovision, but it deserves to win. Her performance is flawless, it's amazing. There is a fantastic melody to this song. Everything about this song I love. Well, the fact that it pipped Albina, which I didn't... after semi-final 1 and watching the majority of semi-final 2, I was like, well, I'm glad I only reacted to Fifi and Albina because they're the best songs anyway. Then I heard the song and I was like, nah, this is amongst the mix. It is a great song. And if it wins, I would not be surprised. I personally love it. Again, question mark. How well would this do at Eurovision? I think if it qualifies, it would be borderline. And I just have Amber's Warrior from Malta in my head because when I was listening to it, I harked back to that. It reminded me of that song. So yeah, that's all I have to say. So, where on Twitter there was a lot of criticism of Festivali Kenges, I thought it was okay. In my opinion, I think that there is more variety of songs that I like this year compared to last year. Like, I really struggled with last year to find a lot of positive things to say about all of them. There were just a small minority. Where I'm happy with my top 10. I'm happy with my top 10. There was a moment when I thought I wouldn't have one. But when you listen to all of them 3 times, it gives you more, of an objective opinion. So those are my thoughts. So please let me know what you think. Please do comment below. If you're still here, please subscribe to my channel. Please click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And until next time, stay safe.